Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this evening. Come in and have a seat. Guys, if you're coming in now, just turn your cell phones to silent for me if you can. We don't want them ringing during the presentation if we can avoid it. Welcome to all of you who've tuned in live tonight for our Thursday night presentation. It's been quite a crazy week here at DuePoint with lots of new stuff flowing out the door, and we're quite excited about what's happening. We've got a big weekend ahead of us as well. So I am energized for this evening, and hopefully my enthusiasm will rub off on you guys this evening as well once you've spent a few minutes with me discussing what we do. Guys, to start with this evening, you're sitting at DuePoint. That's where you've been dragged to this evening. If a friend didn't tell you what tonight was about and just said, listen, no, you have to come with me, I apologize in advance for them. Don't kill them. I'm pretty sure by the time we're done here this evening, you'll be happy with what you've heard about this evening. But DuePoint is where you're at. Now, DuePoint is something I'm pretty sure you haven't heard of before. We are, in fact, just a division. We're a division of an insurance company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. You can find us on the JSE under Conduit Capital, and you can go to the FSCA's website. That's the Financial Sector Conduct Authority's website, government institution. If you haven't heard of it, they've just changed their name from the FSB, and you will be able to find us there as well. We are a 66-year-old insurance company, homegrown South African. This is our 7th decade in South Africa in the financial services space. So we are not a new business, and this is not a startup. So, you know, we see all this stuff blowing in from offshore all the time. I heard some frightening stuff yesterday at the DSA, which is the Direct Selling Association, of the stuff that kind of blows in here and blows out. We are not a company that is here today, gone tomorrow. 7 decades down, we're still here. We're still here. So we want you to have that sense of confidence. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number. As I said, go and look us up on the website if you want. We're also a company made up of real people. You would have met some of us already this evening. I promise I'm not a computer graphic. I'm right here in front of everybody. We mention this again because of these companies that are not real. You never get to see who the people are behind them. Here at DuePoint, 6 days a week, you will find us all here in this real building, bricks and mortar, at this real address with a real client service department with real staff available to you all the time. We really want you to understand that what you're seeing this evening and what you see every day at DuePoint is nothing like what you have seen before. I think that that's something that's difficult for people to properly understand. What we do here is completely unique. So what is it that we do? Well, we are wealth creators here at DuePoint. We are not money creators. And there's quite a big difference between that. You see, in South Africa right now, everybody is desperately seeking money. Why? Because they are drowning in a set of circumstances that they have no control of. You guys know this already. You come out of the economy like I do. We have an economy where everything gets expensive, more expensive every single week. I've heard that they're putting the petrol price up again by another 72 cents. But just on the 1st of April, they put it up by 52 cents. That's crazy. That's R1.24, just a minute, my maths is R1.24 in 2 months. Now that means that all of that gets translated onto the prices of everything we're going to buy. Our food, our clothing, our everything is just going to go up with that as well. Then, of course, Easter present this year was 7% increase in VAT. Everybody thinks it was 1%. It wasn't 1%. It was 7%. It's 1 over 14. It's a 7% increase in VAT. That's why all the prices went up by about 7% on the day. We're stuck in that environment, and at the same time, we don't have any money. What we're earning in employment is not paying us enough. And at the same time, we don't get to go to our bosses and say we want more. It's just not, this is just not the reality we live in. And so I'm not trying to paint a doom and gloom picture. You already felt the doom and gloom when you walked in here this evening. We're all in the same position. It's not like we're dealing with 20% of the economy. We're dealing with 99% of the economy that's in this space. And so at DuePoint, we said we have to start turning this around. And we can't do it by selling pots and pans and milkshakes and cleaning agents and cryptocurrency and all of this. We can't do that. The average South African doesn't want to get involved in that, and it also doesn't create wealth. So what's wealth and what's money? Well, money is you do a transaction and you make cash on the transaction. That's it. If you're sick and lying in bed or in hospital somewhere, you're not making any money. Okay? No, that's not what we wanted. We want money that's there every month on a recurring basis, reliable, steadfast, money you can plan on and start to budget with, because that's the kind of money that pulls us out of this system. It pulls us out of the debt scenario. It puts us in a position where we can start becoming becoming financially independent. This is something people bandy around. It is a real concept. It's not a fallacy. It is something very few people achieve, but it is something we want every South African to achieve here at DuePoint. In addition, we've built a system that is massively compliant with the regulation in our environment. And you know the financial services space is massively regulated. I mean, if those of you have been now following us on our new Facebook site, you'll see somebody said to me, but why am I not allowed to advertise on Facebook? Well, you're not allowed to advertise on Facebook because there are a bunch of men sitting somewhere in Pretoria who said you're not allowed to advertise on Facebook. Only licensed insurance companies and banks are allowed to advertise. There is so much regulation that you can't even participate in the financial services space. Now, we've built a system where you can, where we allow you back in. And we put these two things together, the desire to create wealth and the desire to get South Africans participating in the financial services space again. We've put it together and we've created a system we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you to work with us, to become contracted with us as what we call wealth engineers. Wealth engineers, to create your own wealth, has only one task. You are not selling. You are not advertising. You are not marketing. You don't have to run to Facebook to advertise. This is not what you need to do. In order to create wealth with us, the only thing you need to do is connect people to us. If you were here on Saturday, Rob spent a whole hour talking to everybody about the one thing you've got to do that changes everything in your life with DuePoint. Just connect individuals to us. As you connect individuals to us, obviously, you spread our impact as an insurance company in South Africa. We get deeper into the economy. Our market penetration spreads, and we as DuePoint then, we as the insurance company, come along then and make the sale of our products. And when we sell our products to people you've connected to us, we create revenue. And when we create revenue, we're now in that position to create the wealth for you. You see, all of our products are on automatic debit order systems, and they're products you can have for your entire life. They don't expire. They're financial services, lifestyle products, and every month the debit orders run. Every month, whether it's Easter or Christmas, whether you are sick or healthy, whether you're on holiday or overworked and can't be involved that month, our debit orders run. And it means that every month your money, your recurring income, comes in, and you're able to start planning and budgeting and relying on this wealth that you've created for yourself. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, we have created the system so that you can duplicate yourself in others. What does this do? Well, it frees up your time. You see, that's the number one excuse. In fact, I heard one of our guys on the phone just now talking to somebody, and the person's first reaction was, I'm sorry, I don't have time. You know, well, I know you don't have time. Look at me. It's 7 o'clock at night on a Thursday night, and where am I? I'm at work. Nobody's got time. Nobody's got time. We know it. The economy has been built around us having all of our hours sucked up. I mean, how many hours are you actually left with? Well, not enough to do anything else, because when somebody comes to talk to you, what's the number one reason for not coming to DuePoint? I don't have time. We know this, but now in our system, the way we've designed it, we put you in a position where you can leverage others. You can bring others in, and everybody's got a little bit of time. And if you can add up all that little bit of time, you have now got an instrument that creates wealth for you 24 hours a day in a way you could never do as an individual. We've built this into the system because our objective is not to create money. It is to create wealth, and we cannot create wealth unless we are leveraging others in our system. All right, now the big question always then is, okay, well, how much is it going to cost me? Well, at DuePoint, it doesn't cost you anything. We don't have any startup fees. We don't have any starter kits. As I said to you, we're not selling mouth sprays and milkshakes here. And there are no starter manuals, and there are no application form fees and no monthly fees. There is no fee for being a wealth engineer. By being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer with us at no additional cost. So tonight is not a financial risk decision. It's not a time risk decision, and it's not a financial risk decision this evening. It also doesn't require any specific educational experience. Like I just said to you, you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not advising, you're not selling, and you're not even advertising or marketing in this process, which means that everybody in South Africa can be a wealth engineer with us, and everybody can now start to build their wealth. This means that we start to build real assets here at DuePoint. You see, when they say on Facebook, build a business from home and have an asset that makes you a millionaire after 90 days, they are basically lying to you. And I think you know that. We all love the idea of being rich in 3 months, but we know that nothing can be built in 3 months. But here what we do is we create channels over time, teams of individuals who create a recurring income for you. When you've got a recurring income, you have now got something that can be priced. Business owners will come to you and say, that's something I can measure, I can price it. When you can price your team, you can sell it here at DuePoint. And when you pass away one day, your asset, your channel, and that income that it produces will pass on to your children, and your children will earn the income you created during your lifetime. That's what real wealth looks like. It's generational legacy. See, at the moment, we're not leaving anything behind for our children, and that always astounds me. I talk to people, I go, you've got to be persistent. You've got to put time and energy into creating something that you can also leave behind. And it's been such a survival mentality for us in South Africa over the last couple of 100 years that we don't think that far. We just want to survive to Friday. And we're saying, no, we can't do that. If we're going to turn this place around, if we're going to make South Africa really great, then we have got to start thinking generationally. And as a 7-decade-old insurance company, that's what we do. We don't think about this year. We don't think about 5 years from now. We're thinking about generations from now. This asset you'll build will hand over to your children. They'll build it further and hand it over to your grandchildren who'll build it even further, and so on and so on. Real wealth generation is what we do here at DuePoint. And we have done it in a way that is super, super convenient for you. You see, if you don't have time and you're also concerned about your ego, which is a big thing. I mean, naturally, we all have our own ego. We don't want it trodden on. We don't want to go to our friends and have to sell them goodies. Okay, that's embarrassing. Most people don't want to do it. No problem. There's absolutely no goodies here, so you won't have any in your boot. You'll never have to pick them up. They don't go off. There's none of that problem. Secondly, there's no selling. We contract you out of selling, so you're never going to have to sell. So if you say, no, I don't have the personality for this, not a problem. You don't have to. You can have the personality of a brick wall. It doesn't matter, because you are not selling anything at DuePoint, and you don't ever have to present. That's the other thing. No, I hate public speaking. No problem. No problem. You don't have to present. There's only 2 people that present at DuePoint, and that's me and Rob, and tonight is jackpot night for you guys, because I'm much better than Rob. So you guys have picked the right night to come. We do it, and we use very specific technology that you already have in your hands and in your wallets and in your handbags that puts us there every minute of every day. So no matter where you are, you never ever have to come back to this office again. You can pull us out and we do the presentation for you. And this leaves you with just one task in the creation of wealth here, and that is the connection of people to DuePoint. So how do you connect people to DuePoint? Well, there's only one of four, there's 4 ways. There's only 4 ways that you can do it. The first way is, if you struggle with data, go and get our USB stick. It's 170 Rand. It's got the presentations on anytime, anywhere. You plug it into a smart TV or a computer, and there we are giving the presentation for you. The second way is you can come here. We run presentations out of this auditorium 6 days a week. 7 presentations, I think, in fact, at the moment is how many we do. Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday twice, lunchtime in the evenings, Thursday nights, Friday lunchtime, Saturday mornings. You go to our schedule, pick the one that works for you, and come here. Come here, and we will do the presentation for you. And this place is like McDonald's. When you come here, you know what you're going to get. You know, it's never like, oh boy, that guy. Yeah, he's no good. Okay, let's come back tomorrow night. Like, you know what you're going to get, and I'm sure if you ask the guys who've been here regularly, they can attest to that. You can be proud of what's happening in this room. Third way of connecting people to us is through our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube, you search DuePoint, you're going to find our channel there and all of its connections to this business. Everything in that channel, every one of our presentations we've ever done is in that channel, which means, again, that whether we're live or not, you know, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning down a mine shaft somewhere. As long as it's got an internet connection, hopefully they've got Wi-Fi down there, you click play, and we are there doing the presentation for you. You know, we've been doing all this video footage for our Facebook page. I had this thought of, I'm going to pretend that it's a Sunday and I'm standing behind the camera waiting for somebody to click play on YouTube, because we are literally available to you 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter when it is or where it is. Anywhere in the country, you've got us with that third form of connection. And then the fourth way of connecting people to us is through our live broadcasts. Every presentation we do, we broadcast live across the country. So if you've got a smartphone or a tablet or a TV hooked up to the internet or a computer, again, you just connect in with one click to us and you're in the room with us 6 days a week. You're in the room with us. Guys, I understand that some of this technology has not reached every corner of South Africa yet, but it has reached a large percentage of South Africa. You are in a position to reach the vast majority of people with one click of your finger every day. And as you do that, as you connect individuals to us, that one task, we are able to present to them the DuePoint opportunity, and they're able to assess whether they want to join us. Not everybody's going to catch the vision of what we do here. They're not. People are filled with stigma because of what has come in the past. What has come in the past has taken people's money. At the moment, I heard at the DSA the other day, there's a particular company, I can't name them, who is buying things from the Chinese mall, rewrapping them with labels, and then pushing them into these things to take people's money. It's expired goods, it's cheap goods, and they're selling them for more. They then take ladies' sanitary pads, pull the gel out, and sell it as face cream. You know, now you bring someone to DuePoint, they go and forget that. I've heard about these things. We understand the stigma that people have when this is the kind of stuff that's happening out there. It's absolutely crazy. So you've got to develop a thick skin. You've got to develop a thick skin of being able to take the rejection, but to keep going, bringing people to us. And as you do, some will become wealth engineers. And when they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folk are going to go out and do the same thing. They're going to connect individuals to us here at DuePoint. Some will become wealth engineers. And again, we will allocate them to you over and over again over time. As you penetrate the South African economy for us, we then come as DuePoint and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel you've created, and your income, your wealth is now born. Now, folks, you can see from that diagram, which is an actual channel, that it is not a pyramid scheme, that it is not a Ponzi scheme. We don't take your money. It's the worst scheme in the world. I don't take any of your money, okay? It is not a scheme. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Here I can tell you, you're not going to get rich quick, which disappoints a lot of people because we're so desperate, that's what we want. So when someone comes in and says, I can make you rich in 3 months, we go, sure, here's my 50,000 Rand, I'll take a loan from the bank. You see, that's not what we do here. What we do is we'll say from scratch, we'll build wealth for you, but you're going to pay the price of time with us, not money. We're not going to take your money here. We're going to pay the price of time with us. Can you give us the time? Will you put the energy in? Will you grow a thick skin? Will you persevere towards a different future? A completely different future. If you do, if you build these channels for us, you allow us to start facilitating the purchase of our products. That creates the income that we use to create your wealth. The first product that we have is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 324 Rand a month. 324 is our most expensive product. It's the Rolls-Royce product here at DuePoint. Costs you an arm and leg, 324 Rand a month. Okay, and for 324 Rand a month, you actually get 2 products independent of each other. The first one is your own investment account. You can put as much money as you like in there. It's tax-free and it's no penalty, no restrictions, which means you can pull the money out at any time. There's no waiting periods. It's your investment account. You put your money in. We take 100 Rand of your 324 Rand every month, and we put it into your investment account, and it's yours. Which means the actual cost of this product is only 224 Rand. Because the other 100's in your investment account is yours. And for that 224 Rand, you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. What does this mean? It means that when you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries get 120,000 Rand and the value of your investment for 324 Rand a month. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. That's what it costs to be a wealth engineer at DuePoint, less than 250 Rand. And for that, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover with immediate cover after the first payment, no waiting periods, no maximum age limits, no medical declarations or examinations. Every South African, no matter their personal circumstances, no matter their pre-existing conditions, no matter their age, can be involved at DuePoint for 249 Rand a month. You see, we don't cover here, we don't have cover at the moment for illness and natural causes, because this makes building your wealth tricky. You see, if we cover you for illness or natural causes, then I've got to risk assess you. How old are you? What job do you do? What pre-existing conditions have you got? And half the people you try and put in your channel, we're going to say, I'm sorry, they can't be here. They're too risky. Or it's too expensive for them to pay the premium. But not with our products. You see, our products have been designed with your wealth in mind. And what they do is they say, it doesn't matter who you bring here. No matter what their circumstances are, they can have a product at DuePoint. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month, and for that you get access to all of our suppliers. We negotiate discounts, prices, vouchers, account managers, services, all sorts of things that you get access to for 299 Rand a month. Now that 299 Rand a month doesn't give you anything other than access to these suppliers. Remember, we've got to administer them. We've got motor manufacturers, retail stores, data suppliers, entertainers, travel agencies, gyms. Go in there, dig through all of them. You can completely change the way you spend your money every month through this product. Right, so people say to me, well, then, Brendan, how does it work? How does this all tie into the system? Well, it's simple. Insurance and banks, what do we do to get you to connect with us normally? The traditional space, advertise. We advertise everywhere to you. If you go and buy yourself a TV right now, you've basically bought yourself an insurance advertising portal. There'll be very little TV and very many adverts. We spend hundreds of millions every year advertising to you on TV, billboards, radio stations, SMS campaigns, anywhere that we can put money, we put it to get you to connect with us. We make you pay for that advertising through your product payments. You know that. Your funeral cover, your banking fees, your car insurance, 30 to 50% is next month's TV adverts. You're just paying for the next advert every month. Now here at DuePoint, we've done exactly the same thing. The only difference is we do zero advertising. That's why you'd never heard of us before this evening. We do zero advertising. What do? We use you to connect people to us. We use you to go out and penetrate the market for us. And it means that all that money that we would have spent on DSTV, SABC, Prime Media is now available for us to do more than just line the pockets of a few executives. We've now got the ability to change the wealth position of hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe tens of thousands of South Africans with the same money that we would have spent anyway. This puts us in the position to create wealth for you in two different ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment made in your channel every month that it's made. You see, we don't pay for people here, and we don't pay you when you sell the pot. You see, I've had people say to me, no, there's not enough money. But they've missed the point. You see, that's transactional money. I sell the pot and I get 450 Rand. No, here we pay you every month for every product. 27.50 Rand multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for instance, you go out, you chat to a few people, some take a product and make a payment, you get 55 Rand. Why? 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. This is where people go, oh, 55 Rand. What am I going to do with 55? It's 55 Rand every month going forwards. So if it was 450 Rand up front, 5 months you've already covered your 450 Rand and you're still going with us. That's what proper and real wealth looks like. It's not transactional. It's there every month. Now, here you get paid for every product payment we receive. Okay, so if this guy takes 2 products, you now get 110 Rand. If he takes 3 products, you get 165 Rand. It's always in your control how much income you want to make. These few folk go out, they'll talk to a few people as well. Again, you're going to get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200% for every product payment, 55 Rand. You've been here in this example for a few minutes, put a handful of people in, and you are now earning 12,000 Rand a year. You haven't quit your job. Nobody quits their job to do DuePoint. This you add. Remember, you don't have any time. You add it to the slot where you didn't have any time. That's where you add it in, okay? And it's that tool that you start to lever a different future with. You put a little bit more time, a little bit more energy in, and you continue to earn, but on a diminishing basis, but only to the 8th point. You see, from the 8th point on, you will always get 4% of 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel, as long as you qualify to earn. You see, what we've done here is we've extended your ability to grow your wealth. We have not limited it. We've allowed you to build to a certain extent, then hand it over to your children, let them build to another. And hand it over to your grandchildren, let them build it even further. What we have created is generational legacy and wealth for all generations. That's what we've done. So what does it translate to on the ground? What's the rands and cents here at DuePoint? Okay, so the 450 Rand for the pot transaction. Let's put that into perspective here. If you can spend time with us, our mathematics, which has been pulled from 20 years of data, this is not our first time doing this. We know what we're doing. 20 years of data tells us that the average person who has no time but wants to commit to changing their future can build at the following rate, 3 plus 2. What it says is in your first month with us, you are responsible for putting just 3 people into your channel. Just 3. An entire month, you have to find 3 people. Then every month thereafter, you are responsible for putting 2 people in. You personally, not the people you put in, you personally. 1 person every 15 days, 24 people a year. Can you do that? 2 people? 1 person every 15 days? I kind of feel like it's ridiculous. I mean, if I look at our high flyers will put 35 people in a month. So then I'm asking you to do 2. We really feel like we did this conservatively. We didn't want to be like Facebook. It was going to tell you you're going to be rich in 90 days. No, we want to tell you how it was actually going to look. And we said if you can do 3 plus 2 and work with your guys, and we apply our very serious mathematics to it, we believe that after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand every month, not the month where you sell the pot or the cream. Every month, when you're lying sick in hospital, it comes that month too. When you're on holiday, when you can't do DuePoint because you're so busy at work, it comes through as well. It's debit order run. 2,500 Rand every month, 30,000 Rand a year. Can you do 12 months with us? If you can do 12 months with us, it rises to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. It's 120,000 Rand a year, but you've got to put a year in. You've got to put a year in, and then you're getting, at around about the 17th, 18th, 19th of every month, 10,000 more Rand into your bank account. You've still got your job. You're still paying for the lights and water and the food on the table with your job. But in the middle of the month, you get an extra 10,000 Rand. You see, on Facebook, they're going to tell you can get you 100,000 Rand a month in 90 days. But you know you don't need 100,000 Rand. You know that. What you need is an extra 10,000 Rand. That changes everything, doesn't it? How does life change with an extra 10 grand every single month? It changes completely. It really doesn't matter who you are, or what title you have, or how busy you are. An extra 10 grand changes everything. And we say, can you give us a year? A year at plus 2 every month. If you give us 2 years, it becomes 27 to 30,000 Rand. How many people in their careers are going to reach 30,000 Rand a month? Very, very few. But we're saying, can you give us 2 years? 2 years of people laughing at you, mocking you, giving you false promises, signing up and not paying, running for the hills, unfriending you on Facebook, blocking you on WhatsApp. Can you give me 2 years of that? Why? Because they're all going to think you're the guy in Randburg, selling the relabeled goods, which we're not, but you're going to have to work through those people. If you can do that for 2 years, we reckon that you can reasonably expect to be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. How has life changed now? 2 years in, 2020. It's the year 2020. Can you do 3 years with us? It becomes 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years, it becomes 60,000 Rand a month. If you can do 5 years with us, half a decade, we reckon it'll be 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's $1 million Rand a year. Now we're talking Facebook numbers. But you've got to have done 5 years with us, 60 months. Now you see, this is where I lose a lot of people. A lot of people will go to me, Brendan, there is no chance I'm waiting 5 years. I need the money now. Folks, we know that everybody needs the money now. If the money was here, we'd be dumping it out of the sky on everybody. But it ain't here. We have got to make it first. And making money takes time. You know, you've been in your careers. How long have you been in your careers for? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? How come you haven't quit yet because you're not on 100,000 Rand a month? I know you're not on 100,000 Rand. I mean, you go and look at SARS statistics at the end of last year. There's like 5,600 people in South Africa that are earning more than $1 million Rand a year. 5,600 out of 50 million. Yeah. It ain't nobody. It's nobody. It's the guy in the empty seat in the back there. It's him. Like nobody is earning 100,000 Rand a month. But when I say to people, you've got to last. You're going to have to last. And you'll see somewhere, you guys will be amped up. I'm telling you, by the end of this presentation, you're going to be high-fiving me, promise. But then 3 months in, you're going to go, Brendan, I'm only on 800 Rand. I'm going to say, yeah, that's about right. You go, no ways, I can't do it for 5 years. You've got to be able to take the long-term view. You're going to be 6 months in at 2.5, 12 months at 10, 2 years at 27. You're not going to be 3 months in at 27. You've got to be able to put the time and energy in. You can see how different we are from Facebook. This is the real deal here. We create generational wealth, but we've got to pay for it with time. Are people doing it here at DuePoint? Is it real? Is it just maths, or is it real? Well, we've been around enough years now to have enough people doing it. And every year, we put a bunch of people, not every year, every month, we put a bunch of people on stage that we talk about. We get to talk about how are they doing this business. And we don't put like only the superstars up. No, we put everybody up. I think some months people are like, oh, they really shouldn't have put that guy up. He's useless. But we do it anyway because we want to show you how this business can be done by real people who are busy, who struggle, who et cetera, so that you don't believe you can't do it. This can be done by everybody. Tuesday night, we had Tell All Tuesday. I imagine most of you were there. I think I saw most of your faces there. It was a fantastic night as we spoke to a couple of people. We got Lynette here. Lynette Barnard, she lives down in the Vaal, 2-hour drive away. She does not come here. I know she's watching tonight. She watches every presentation. So shout out to Lynette and her team down in the Vaal. They use our technology to grow the channel. She has been persevering for 2 years. All right? I won't say what I was going to say. Anyway, she's been persevering for 2 years. She's up to 16,000. She's got a channel worth 16,000 Rand a month. 16,000 Rand. It's taken her 2 years to get there. She should be on 27. That's my maths. My maths said she should be on 27. No, but it hasn't been easy. People have let her down. But she has not for a minute given up. You've got to go and watch her testimony on YouTube. It's nuts how she has gone through hundreds of individuals to build a channel. And now suddenly the momentum's coming. And it's building and it's building and it's building. But nonetheless, during the course of the last 2 years, she has still earned 100,000 Rand from DuePoint. Hey, let's average that out. It's 50 grand a year. Would you like to just get an extra 50 grand a year? No, Brendan, I'm not on 27,000. It's all right, I paid you 50 grand last year. What can you do with an extra 50 grand? Perseverance has created, off of 19 successful introductions, a channel that's now got 2,300 people in it. Hey? But she has talked to a lot of people. Go and watch her presentation, how she's persevering, and she will tell you her dreams. Her dreams are what give her the belief to keep going when all of her friends are laughing at her. It's the belief that's going. It's absolutely fantastic. Then we've got Siyabonga. Siyabonga is here. He's down in Newcastle. Okay? Newcastle is far away. He has been here for 15 months with us. And in 15 months, he's built a channel worth 10,000 Rand. He's earned 90,000 Rand off of DuePoint in the last 15 months. He works full time. In fact, in his story, it's fantastic. Because of this income, he's purchased himself a new car. You can go and buy a car for 10 grand a month. You could get a decent car for 10 grand a month. I think he's got a Polo GTI or something that he bought. It's very fancy. I saw a picture of it the other day. Really awesome. Thanks to DuePoint. He's still got his job. His job still pays for the food and the lights and the rent and all of that jazz. But with DuePoint, he's bought himself a car. 15 months. Have you got the gumption to last 15 months? Then we've got this couple over here. They've been with us for 2 years. 2 years with us. The long haul. Every month for 2 years. All right. So they earn too much money for me to show you. And I think this was missed on Tuesday night. People misunderstood it. You see, we can't show you how much money they earn because they'll get hijacked. You see what's happening on the streets. Last night again, Rivonia Road, Heist, Benoni. Hey, no, I'm not showing you nothing. They'll get hijacked. Huh? Hey? But, I'll tell you. I'll tell you, then you'll know. In 2 years with us, if we take from the first day that they joined us, okay, when they were earning nothing, in their first 2 months, I think it was month 2, they got 600 Rand. And after a year, they were on 10,000 Rand. But if I take the whole time they've been here, and I average out their earnings to say, in equal installments, how much have they earned every month? It's 32,500 Rand a month. That's their average. If I take it all the way back to their very first day. They've done it in 2 years. It's nuts. It's nuts what they've done. They have committed their dream to the work and have introduced 234 people personally. 10 people a month. Can you introduce 10 people a month? Because if you can introduce 10 people a month, you can have the life that these two have had. And it's an incredible life. You're going to see their pictures all over the place here at DuePoint. It's not just about the wealth we've created for them. It's the change in lifestyle that they've made for them. And on average, they've earned 30,000 Rand a month since the first day they got here, if we average it out over their entire time. Who is willing to put the work in? Who is willing to do it? Well, there are many thousands here at DuePoint that are doing it. Go to the YouTube channel, watch all their presentations, their testimonies that we have on YouTube. People earning a couple hundred Rand a month. Some a couple thousand, some tens of thousands, some hundreds of thousands. It's all there. You can go find them all. I'm going to find them all. I like this picture. This one was taken. You can see they were rank 8 then. They're rank 12 now. When they were rank 8, this was February. I think it was February last year. You can see what they were on. It was February last year. You see? I'm not telling you. You're going to call the guys from Benoni and then it'll be in trouble again. But you can see what it does. I mean, if that's a year ago, you can see why I can't do this for you. Yeah, go and look at their testimonies and know what's going on. Guys, that's DuePoint. DuePoint is about creating wealth, not money. We're here to create money that you can rely on the rest of your life, not transactional. It's not going to work quickly. It's going to work slowly but permanently. That's what we do here. If you want to become a wealth engineer with us, it's simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the blue apply button, fill out the application form, and you're a wealth engineer. No money having passed from your hands. See, worst scheme in the world. We don't take any money from you. Okay? You're a wealth engineer this evening, and this evening you can start building your channel and your wealth with us. Everything I tell you from this point forward is just extra. If you're serious about this business, get the tools. I'm serious about it. They don't make us money, they make you money. There's the USB stick. You struggle with data, go and get a USB stick. Go and get a USB stick. There are no paper application forms here. There's no brochures. There's none of that. Get the USB stick and you are working and building your wealth. If your phone dies on you, get a new battery. Get the backup batteries. We've got them there. When your phone dies, you plug it in, boom, your phone turns back on, and you are back in business here at DuePoint. If you struggle connecting people, get the business cards. We get the 5,000 Rand sets, but because we buy them on bulk, we get them at 645 Rand for you. 500 custom-made high-quality cards for you. Those business cards connect people to you. Go and get them. Folks, we are now live on Facebook. And when I say live on Facebook, we didn't set up a pretty little Facebook page with a few words and a few pictures. We are literally putting new, fresh video content on there every single day. Go and look. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there's fresh video content on there. If you are not on Facebook, it's time to get on Facebook. Even if you make a fake account, just so you can follow us. Every day, you have got to get on our Facebook to see what we're talking about. Today, we were talking about the new app upgrade. Okay, so we've had a big upgrade on our app again. I showed all the new features in a video for you today of that. So get on Facebook and watch that video if you haven't already and see the new features on our app. Guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the heart and soul of our business. The app is the portal. Behind it is the YouTube channel. You've got to be subscribed to this channel. Again, if you are not on YouTube, today is the first day of the rest of your life. You're going to go tonight, get onto YouTube and subscribe. It's free to subscribe. And then you'll know the moment we go live every day, the moment we upload content, and we do it all the time. It's the heart of this business. It's how you connect people to us. And then at the bottom here, folks, we want you to download our free app. Just spoke about it. We did the latest update, but if you download it now tonight, you'll have the latest version on your phones. It's free again. There's free Wi-Fi here. I'm sure wherever you are, there's Wi-Fi as well tonight. Download the app, put it on your phone, put it on your tablet. Why? Because that's the tool you use. That's your business. In the palm of your hands, your entire DuePoint business is in your phone. Your ability to build your channel is there. Your personal details, your product documents are there. People are often like, where are my product documents? Well, we email it to you and all sorts, but it's always in your app. And your training is there, guys. The bottom right-hand side, you'll see a button that says Tools. Click it, and you've got your training in video format that you can watch and learn how this business works and how to create wealth with us. Make sure you download it tonight. Saturday, Teamworks meetings. Remember, we've introduced them. I'm just telling you that this Saturday there is a Teamworks meeting. What is Teamworks meetings? It's private, one-on-one, personal, interactive training with Rob and I every Saturday morning where we can put it in. This Saturday it is on, though. 11:30 after the introduction presentation at 10. Perfect opportunity for you to retune back in, or if you here, come back into the room with all your new guys, all your new guests, and let's get the basics settled with them in the first 5 minutes that they've been here. All the people you've introduced this week as well, get them to either watch it live or be with us in the room on Saturday morning so we can get the basics out there right at the beginning and people start on the right foot with us. We've introduced Wednesday night presentations as well. Just remember that 6:30 on Wednesdays, live broadcast as well. Let's get that presentation pumping as well every week. Folks, we know that you guys might not necessarily know how to do this job. That's all right, this job. It's not even a job. We know that you don't know how to do this task. That's fine. We take your hand through our XP Rewards training program and we walk you through to expert. We walk you through to it. As you complete the steps in our program, we award you with what's called XP points. They're just experience points. They're not worth rands and cents, but they are a measure of your progress and experience and maturity with us here at DuePoint. As you mature, naturally your channel will start growing. And where you meet those two criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up in the program. You actually get better and better in the program. If any of you guys are computer gamers, like I was as a kid, I still am today, I love leveling up. When you level up, you get cool stuff, okay? You know, more hit points, greater damage, cool equipment. The same thing happens in our XP Rewards program. As you rank up, we give you cool stuff. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get more serious, the cash gets a hell of a lot more serious. At the moment, we have got 28 ranks in our program. It doesn't end there. We'll keep extending it, but we're up to 28 ranks. If it's at 50 grand at rank 10, what is it at rank 28? Again, I can't show you because people start getting hijacked. Okay. It's a serious program. Then, from rank 5, we start to equip you with tools that help you accelerate the growth of your channel. So at rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick. This comes with everything you need on it to connect individuals to us anytime, anywhere in the country. Then, at rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of imported business cards. It takes us 6 weeks to make. 3 printers are used to make it. Why? Because they are gold gilded. Not gold inked, gold gilded. Find somebody in the audience tonight who has these cards and take a look at what a 12,500 Rand business card looks like. And you will know the power of the interaction you will now have with those people that want to laugh at you or scorn you. When you pull that out and show them, they start taking you seriously. Then in rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us every year for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. And when we say that, we mean it. Like I said, we're not one of those things. You're not going to pay for the air tickets. Congratulations, you qualify. You just got to buy the air ticket. No, that's not how it works. And it's not paying the airport taxes. And you don't have to transfer yourself from your home to the airport. Everything is covered. I used to tease. They pick you up in your house and they take you and they lay you down on the sunbed. And then they pick you back up and they take you back to your house and lay you back down in your house. That's what it's like. And it's with your family. And it is in December, not when it's cold and cheap. When it's hot and expensive. That's when we take you away every year for the rest of your life. We go every year. And we've already booked the hotel for this year. We're just waiting to see who's joining with us. In fact, we've already paid for the tickets for all of our rank 9s already. We're just waiting to see who else will become rank 9. Is it easy to become rank 9? No. No. Because you've got to work. You've got to work. You don't get all of that for nothing, like they promise you on Facebook. No. You've got to work for it. This is, of course, not the reason why you do DuePoint, because this is just a holiday. DuePoint creates wealth for you. That's why you join. But we know how hard the work is. And so we put this in place to reward those who have committed to the task and paid the time. If you are one of those, the time you become rank 9, from that day forward, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, your holidays look like this.
Gone and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Looks all right. On these cold winter Joburg nights, I can picture myself on that beach right there. In fact, I am going to be there. I'm going to be there. The question is, are you going to be there? There's me there. I'm going to be there. Are you going to be there? Well, if you do 3 + 2, average time, 19 months to rank 9. That means you won't make it this year. But it doesn't mean you won't make it next year. You can come with us next year. Quitting in October this year is a joke. Because whatever you build this year is what you start on next year. You progress each year forward. Fastest to rank 9, record so far, 5 months. Which means you can make it. You see, the decision's up to you. I'd like to see that record tumble. I'd like to see somebody do it in 90 days. It's totally, totally up to you. This is your tool. You will use it according to your circumstances, personality, belief, and dream. That's what you're going to do. Guys, at rank 11, book my ticket. At rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's not financed through us. It's not rented to you. We don't brand it. And we don't take it away from you. It's your car. We're building wealth here, not another way to sell things. And we hope that you use these tools to create a very different future for yourself. As part of our training program, we run monthly wealth quests. Wealth quests are the easy things you can get started with straight away, but also build good foundations for those of you in the business already. Every month, those who complete the criteria of the wealth quests are rewarded with different tools. Sometimes a new iPhone, a new iPad, smart TVs, sometimes cash. It's the middle of the year, everybody's destitute. So this month, we're doing cash. We've got the So You're in the Army Now Wealth Quest for the month of May. It's quite late into the month, so it's going to be hard to achieve, but I'm always happy to see people achieve it. You've got to get yourself ranked up this month. You've got to get a new person in and get them qualified this month. If you can do those 2 things, there's 10,000 extra rand in it for you this month. Next month's Wealth Quest will be live on the 1st of June. For those of you who think you can't make it. It's also the last 7 days now of our 90-day challenge. For those of you who are rank 4 by the time the last day counts, and you've managed to put 5 new rank 2s into your channel, there's 25,000 rand in it for you as well, in addition to your returns and rewards. 35,000 rand of cash on the table this month. If ever there was a reason to start building wealth, it's this month and what we're doing at DuePoint. Guys, I think you can see that we're rather serious about what we're doing here. We are certainly not another one of those things. We are absolutely determined to be part of the economic solution in South Africa. And we've put a lot of time and money and effort and the right people into this business to make it happen. And we want you to be part of it. We want you to be part of it. If you've got questions and concerns, come and ask them. Don't walk out the door without them being answered. Remember, we had to answer these questions as well when we constructed this business. And then pick up this tool and get out there and start making a new future for yourselves. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.
Thank you, Brandy.